Can you please put on your video now? Oh, we will be starting now. And we are currently doing lesson 4 in science. That is biological process 1. We will continue that. Just give me a minute. Okay. Hope you can see my screen. Yeah. All right. Now, today, the topic that we are going to start is the heart. Okay. This chapter, that is chapter 4, Biological Processes 1, talks about three very important systems in our body. Okay, three very important systems in our body. That is number one, the respiratory system. Okay, number two is circulatory system. Respiratory system relates to breathing. Okay, when we are breathing, circulatory system that is going on right now talks about the transportation of blood in our body. Okay, the movement of blood in our body, how the blood moves in our body, what are the components of blood. Okay, the organ responsible for pumping the blood in our body, that is the heart, and so on. Okay, the circulatory system. After the circulatory system, we will discuss the last system, that is excretory system. Okay, three main things we are discussing in this lesson. Number one, respiration. Number two, circulation. Number three, excretion. Right now, we are in circulation. Okay, today we will talk about heart. Now, heart is that pump in our body that works non-stop since birth till death, due to which the blood continuously circulates through the body. Okay, the heartbeat, our heart starts when we are born. Okay, even when we are in the mother's womb, the heart slowly develops in our body and it is beating. Okay, then from the time when we are born, the time that we die, our heart keeps on beating. So now beating, this beating, when I say the word beating, it means contraction and relaxation of the heart. Okay. How does the heart beat? Contracts and relaxes. It contracts and relaxes. That is how the beating of the heart takes place. Now, it not just contracts and relaxes, but when this heart contracts and relaxes, it pumps the blood. Okay, it pumps the blood into our body with contraction and relaxation. Okay, when we talk about heart, we will see how that works. Now, the heart of a man is situated in the chest between the lungs. This organ lies safe within a box-like structure made of ribs and the vertebral column. Okay, in the previous classes, we talked about rib cage. We talked about the rib cage.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Your
Yeah.
voice is breaking.
My voice is breaking.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Are you able to hear me better now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Now we are talking about the heart. Okay. What happens is that the heart is protected by the rib cage. You know, when you place your hand on your chest, okay, you feel and you press a little bit, you feel that there is some hard bones there. Okay, some hard bones are there. These bones are the rib cage. Okay, these bones are the rib cage. Now, the rib cage, its work is to protect two very important things. Okay, the first is the lungs, the second is the heart. Okay, we have rib cage, it looks like this, okay, which protects the lungs and the heart, because lungs and the heart is a very fragile organ. Okay, the lungs and the heart are two very fragile organs. Okay, if we fall and if the pressure of the fall, it may just collapse. Okay, so for that to not happen, we have bones, we have a strong structure of bones covering them. Okay, we have a very hard, very strong structure of bones that is covering the lungs and the heart, known as the rib cage. Okay, now, and the vertebral column, the backbone. Okay, the backbone. Now, the shape of the heart is somewhat like that of a fist. If you close your fist like this, okay, if you close your fist like this, the shape that you can see which is being formed. Okay, the shape which is being formed. The heart is somewhat like that. Okay, the heart is somewhat like that. Now, we will talk about the parts of a heart. Okay, the parts of a heart. I will tell you about the parts and then I will show you a picture and I will explain you with the picture also. Okay, now the shape. The heart is made up of four chambers. Okay, the heart is divided into four chambers. We have two chambers in the left and right and two chambers at the bottom. Okay, four chambers. Then the upper two chambers are called auricles and the lower two chambers are called ventricles. Okay, the upper two chambers are called auricles. The bottom two chambers are called ventricles. Okay, ventricles. Okay. Then the auricles and the ventricles are connected to each other through valves so that the blood can flow from the auricle to the ventricle. But the blood from the ventricle cannot flow back to the auricles. Okay, now see, these are connected through arteries and veins. Okay, these auricles and ventricles are connected through arteries and veins. In the last class, I was teaching how or what are arteries and veins. Arteries and veins are tubes in which blood flows. Okay, simple as that. In very easy language, arteries and veins are tubes in our body in which the blood flows. Okay, those are called arteries and veins. Now, these are our heart has these arteries and veins. Through these arteries and veins, the blood flows from the auricle to the ventricle. Okay, from through the arteries and veins, the blood flows from the auricle to the ventricle. Okay. Also, I was telling about this one concept that when the blood is flowing, okay, ma'am, how does like the blood is flowing? Okay, the blood is flowing, for example, from the bottom of our body to the top of our body. Okay. So how does it flows in one direction only? What if the blood goes back to the body, like it has to flow up from downwards from down to up in our body? What if it flows from up to down by mistake? What if the blood flows back? It cannot flow back. Why? Because once the blood flows up, we have walls. The walls close. Okay? Once the blood flows in the direction, we have valves in our veins and arteries, which just closes so that it cannot flow back into the direction in which it was coming from. Okay, same way, the heart, it has valves to prevent the backflow of the blood so that the blood doesn't flow back. Okay, now the work of bringing the blood to the heart, the work of bringing the blood to the heart is done by the two vena cava and the pulmonary veins, and that of taking away of the blood from the heart is done by the aorta and the pulmonary arteries. Okay, what is this taking away of the blood and coming in of the blood? I'll explain you in the working of the heart. Okay, what
Excuse
is
me,
this coming in? Yes, Johanna.
did we write what is underlined?
Do you write what is underlined? No, you don't have to. Okay, it is mentioned in your book, so you don't have to write it down separately. Okay, now the veins coming from the upper and the lower parts of the body join and form the vena cava. Okay, see, I will show you one more diagram and explain. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, first you check out this diagram. Okay, and then we will go on and understand the working of the heart. Okay, first is have a look at the four chambers. The first image that I'm going to show you is the four chambers. Okay, the upper chambers, okay, are called atrium. The lower chambers are called the ventricle. Okay, the top right part is called the right atrium. The top left part is called the left atrium. Okay, the bottom right part is called the right ventricle. The bottom left part is called the left ventricle. Okay, these are the four chambers of the heart. Now take a look at this diagram. Okay, you can see here is pulmonary veins. Okay, or better, there is one diagram that I saw. Yes, this one. Okay, now in this diagram, you have a look. Okay, have a look. These are pulmonary veins. Okay, these are pulmonary veins, and this blue one is pulmonary artery. Okay, then this, which you can see, brings the blood from lower body. It enters from here. Okay, enters from here, and it takes the blood to the lower body from here. Okay, this is aorta. Okay, this is aorta. The red portion in in the diagram, this red portion and this red portion is aorta. Okay. And this blue portion is known as the vena cava. Okay. The vena cava. Then we are going to learn about the functioning. Okay. That time you can like remember when I say aorta, which part I'm talking about. When I say vena cava, I'm talking about this blue part. Okay. Now this vena cava, okay, from lower body, the blood is going in. Okay, and the aorta from the blood go is going to the lower body. Okay, the blood is going to the lower body. Okay. Now here also watch. When I was explaining you respiration, we were talking about how the oxygenated blood goes to the heart. Okay. I was talking about how the oxygenated blood goes to the heart and then the heart pumps it to all of the body, right? I explained you that. So here is, you can see these from where the blood enters the heart, okay, to the right lung, okay, to the left lung, okay, and from here it enters the from right lung it enters here, from the left lung it enters here, okay, during respiration. Don't worry, Naomi, okay. We can explain respiration process to you later, okay. I'll be explaining you respiration process later. But right now, just focus on a little bit of what the heart looks like and what are some of the important parts of the heart. Okay, just a little bit of that. What does the heart looks like? What some of the important parts of the heart is. Okay, so remember, this side we have aorta on the right, on my right, on our left we have vena cava. Okay, then four chambers are there. Okay, the atriums and the ventricles. Okay, left atrium, right atrium, left ventricle, right ventricle. Okay, now we will come to the functioning of the heart. How does the heart works? Okay, we will talk about that. The functioning of the heart. Now, the veins coming from the upper and lower parts of the body join and form the vena cava. Okay, join and form the vena cava. Okay, see these. This is the vena cava here and here. Okay, this is the vena cava. The vena cava open in the right auricle of the heart. In the right auricle of the heart, pulmonary veins bring oxygenated blood from the lungs into the left auricle. The vena cava in the pulmonary veins bring blood to the heart at the same time. The auricles and ventricles contract and relax alternatively. Okay. Once the auricles contract and relax, ventricles contract and relax. Okay, one cycle of contraction and relaxation of both the auricle and ventricle is called a heartbeat. Like I was explaining you, when we say a beat means heartbeat, it means one contraction and relaxation, one contraction relaxation. Okay, when the one time the heart contracts, relaxes, that is one heartbeat. Okay, when one time the heart contracts, relaxes, that is called as one heartbeat. In 1 minute, our heart beats nearly about 72 times. Okay, in a minute. In a minute, around 72 times our heart beats. Okay, it contracts and relaxes. We can feel this beat by our hand. Okay, if you put your hand on your you can say press here the wrist, you can feel it. Okay, a particular spot is there on the wrist, you can feel it. If you place your ear to somebody's chest, okay, you can hear the heartbeat. Can hear the heartbeat if you've heard this. And the doctors, they use a device called stethoscope to hear the heartbeat of people. Okay, to hear the heartbeat of people, they use a device called stethoscope. Let me tell you a little bit of the history of stethoscope. Okay, earlier, earlier, how doctors used to examine. Okay, in back then when we didn't have a stethoscope, the doctors used to put their ear to the patient's chest, and then they used to hear the heartbeat and then examine the heartbeat. Okay, that was the ancient time. But then one person who was there, who didn't find this practice good. Okay, because he thought ki this is uncomfortable for the patient, this is uncomfortable for the doctor. Okay, so then that person decided to invent a stethoscope, and that led to the invention of a stethoscope. Okay, so that's how the stethoscope was invented. Then now they use the stethoscope to examine, to listen to the heartbeat of the patients. Okay, we will see a video. Okay, we will see a video and see how the heart works. Okay, I'm going to show you a video through which you can understand how the heart works. 1 minute. This is a video by Neural Academy that we are going to check out. Okay. It shows the working of the heart, the blood flows, how the blood flows through
blood
the
vessels
heart.
containing blood flowing to the heart, while veins are blood vessels containing blood flowing to the heart, while arteries have blood flowing from the heart. The blue is representative of blood vessels containing deoxygenated blood, while the red blood vessels have oxygenated blood fresh from the lungs. Now, let's follow the path of the blood through the heart. The superior vena cava receives blood from the head, neck, upper limbs, and chest. Meanwhile, the inferior vena cava receives blood from the trunk, viscera, and lower limbs. Both the superior and inferior vena cava end up in the right atrium, one of the 4 chambers of the heart. The heart not only has 4 chambers, it also has 4 valves. The purpose of the valves is to keep blood moving in the right direction and not flow backwards. Blood exits the right atrium through the tricuspid valve, so called because it has 3 flaps, and enters the right ventricle. The blood exits the right ventricle through the pulmonary valve and enters the pulmonary artery. Again, it is an artery because blood is flowing away from the heart, but it is blue because it lacks oxygen. The pulmonary artery then splits into the left and right pulmonary arteries, which go to each respective lung. In the lungs, gas exchange occurs. The blood discards carbon dioxide and picks up oxygen. Now, blood comes back from the lungs through the pulmonary veins, entering the left atrium. Next, the blood is pumped into the left ventricle through the mitral or bicuspid valve. Finally, the oxygenated blood leaves the left ventricle through the aortic semilunar valve, entering the aortic arch. The aorta, which is the largest of all the arteries, distributes the oxygenated blood to the rest of the body. The aortic arch has 3 major branches, which supply the head and arms with blood. Then the aorta curls downward behind the heart, forming the descending aorta, which descends through the chest and continues down through the abdomen. In the abdomen, the descending aorta splits to supply the pelvis and legs with blood.
If you like this video, please
Okay. So, hope you all understood. Okay. I'll also give you a quick explanation. Okay. Now see. Now the blue part that you can see, okay, that is the superior vena cava and the inferior vena cava. Okay. Our body has, like, if you see the heart is, if you imagine the heart at the center, okay, then the portion above the heart, okay, above the heart is our hands, our limbs, our shoulders, neck, and head, okay. The portion below the heart, okay, is our center, that is our stomach region, our legs, feet, okay, lower limbs, okay. So now our body, okay, we know that it carries deoxygenated blood from the body, okay, and brings it to the lungs. In the lungs, the the carbon dioxide molecules is taken, and the oxygen fills the blood, and then it goes to the heart and it's pumped in the body. Okay, oxygen-rich blood. So here, from the superior vena cava and inferior vena cava, deoxygenated blood comes in, enters here. Okay, it enters here. Then from here, okay, it goes here. Okay, it goes here. Then from here, it goes into this and this. Okay, now what is this and this? Here on this side is your right lung, right lung. Okay, and this side is your left lung, left lung. Okay, why is it going to the lungs again? Why is the blood from the heart going to the lungs? Because it is deoxygenated, means the blood is very low in oxygen. But our cells need energy, and because it needs energy, our blood needs oxygen. Okay, so now this blood is not full with oxygen, it is full with carbon dioxide. Okay, it is not rich in oxygen. So this blood, from the upper body, the head, the neck, the hands, comes in through the superior vena cava, okay, and the blood that is deoxygenated from the legs, the stomach area, the abdomen comes from the inferior vena cava, okay, enters this, okay. Then from here it enters this and goes from here to the left lung and right lung, okay. There, gaseous exchange takes place. In the previous class, I explained gaseous exchange. Okay, and now oxygen-rich blood comes from here. Where? From where? From this region. Oxygen-rich blood comes from this region. Okay, this region and enters here. Okay, this region enters the aorta. Okay, from here enters here to the aorta. Okay, like it goes here and then enters this thing, this, okay, enters this thing, this large top portion. Okay, this is the thickest artery, okay, the biggest artery. Okay, this is the aorta. Okay, then this is like having exits through which it takes it, like from these top portion, the aorta takes it to the our neck, our head, the oxygenated blood, our hands, and then this aorta, okay, goes down like this from the back of the heart, okay, and it is connected here, like this thing, this red thing that you can see. Look on the other diagram. Look in the other diagram, the red thing that I'm marking green, okay. This is the aorta, which takes oxygenated blood to the legs and all, okay. This top portion of aorta takes it to the head, to the hands, like this, okay. The bottom portion of the aorta takes it to our abdomen and our legs, okay. So this is how the heart pumps the blood to the body. Okay, this is how the heart pumps the oxygenated blood to the body. Did you understand? Did you understand? Even if a little bit, did you understand how all of this is working out? Yeah. Okay. I will post this video in the group so you can watch it again at home. Okay. To Naomi, I will share. Okay, so you can watch it once again at home. And I will also share the working of heart notes. Okay. I will also share working of heart notes with you so that you can write it down in a more easy language. Okay. Now, the blood sent by the heart to the arteries is accompanied with a jerk and exerts a pressure on the arterial walls. This is called blood pressure, BP. Okay. When you say BP, you must have heard this term a lot. The BP is high, the BP is low. Okay. The blood pressure is high, the blood pressure is low. Okay, what is that BP? What does that mean in our body? Okay, this is what it means. The blood, when it is sent by the heart to the arteries, it happens with a jerk, means it happens with a push. Okay, and this jerk, it exerts a pressure on the arterial walls, means these tubes, na? These tubes in which the blood flows, these tubes in which the blood flows, it exerts a pressure on these tubes, okay, on the artery. This pressure is known as the BP, blood pressure. Okay, we can feel this pressure in our arteries. It can be felt quite well in the wrist. Okay, if you press your wrist, you can feel a pressure building up, okay, beneath your finger. Okay, this is also pulse rate. This is also called pulse rate, which can be felt 72 times in 1 minute. Okay, 72 times in 1 minute our heart beats. Okay, that is basically called the pulse rate. Okay, there is an activity given. Place your finger of your right hand on the thumb of your left hand and then come slowly towards the wrist. Stop on reaching the wrist and feel the pulse with your fingers. Find out how many times you feel the pulse in 1 minute. Okay, this is an activity you can try out. We will stop here for today. Exercise 4.4 is your homework. Okay, exercise 4.4 is your homework. You have to do this at home. I will also post it. Okay, now, any doubt in the working in what is the heart and how the heart works? Any questions related to this?
No.
Okay. Anybody else who wants to ask a question? No. When we will be meeting day after tomorrow, I'll once again explain quickly the working of heart. Okay, we will revise it once again. Tomorrow, no class because I have an exam tomorrow. So we will not be meeting tomorrow, but we will be meeting Wednesday. Okay? Okay. A break for you, all of you. A break for you. And yes, Johanna.
When will it be the science presentation?
When will the science presentation be? Wednesday. Okay? Wednesday, Johanna. All right. Naomi, you can join on Wednesday. Okay. And Wednesday, in the Wednesday's class, all of the students will be presenting. You and I can watch their presentations together. Okay. You can sit in the
Uh-huh.
class. You can watch. Yes, Eva.
I also won't be able to do it, ma'am.
You also won't be able to. You will also watch. Okay. Then Eva, Naomi, and me, all three of us will be watching Johanna's presentation. Okay. Zoe's presentation, she will be doing it next week. Okay, because this week she is busy. Johanna, if you need more time, you can do it next week with Zoe. Okay, if you want to do it next week, you will do. Okay, next week Zoe also is gone for the summer camp, I think so. So Zoe and Hannah both are not there this week. So Johanna, your presentation also I will see on. I will see in the next week. Okay. Okay. So Eva and Naomi, I'll be seeing you all of you on Wednesday, day after tomorrow. Okay. So see you then. Bye bye. Bye, Naomi. Bye, Eva Johanna. You can have a break. And after that, we will begin with the maths class. Okay. 5 minutes break.
Found it.
Okay, let's begin. Yes, Joshua. I had given a break. The class is starting now. Good afternoon.
Hi, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Eva, Johanna, hope you are there too. Videos on, please, everyone. Okay, we have been doing types of parallelograms, and up till now, we covered four types of parallelograms. Okay, let's cover the rest of the parallelograms that are left. Two parallelograms are left. So I think we are left with the kite and the rhombus. Let's do that. The quadrilaterals. Okay, we did parallelogram, rectangle, square, and trapezium. Okay, we are yet to do the rhombus and the kite. Okay, so let's do number 5. Number 5, the rhombus. You can start making it with me. I've not done the rhombus with you, right? I
Ma'am,
remember
you
the
have.
you have. I have done it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what is remaining? Did I do parallelogram?
No, ma'am.
No, na? Okay. That is what I was thinking, that I think I have done the rhombus. Then I have like not done the parallelogram and the kite. Let's do the parallelogram. We will name it E, B, C, D. Okay. We will write the definition. A parallelogram is a quadrilateral in which the opposite sides of all the pairs okay, Joshua, of opposite sides are parallel. Okay, this side is parallel to this side. Okay, this side is parallel to this. Okay, so the sides are parallel to each other. Okay, also there is one important quality of parallelograms that opposite angles are also equal. Opposite angles in a parallelogram, opposite angles are equal. Are equal. What is the sum total of all the angles of a parallelogram? Anyone? What is the total of all the angles of a parallelogram?
360?
360. Very good. That's correct. Opposite sides are also equal. Okay. Opposite sides are parallel and equal. Okay. Opposite sides are equal. Opposite angles are also equal. Opposite sides are also equal and opposite sides are also parallel. Okay. These are the qualities of a parallelogram. Please write this down and then we'll proceed to kite.
And ma'am.
Okay.
Done, ma'am.
Okay.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Let's move on to the next. Okay. Last one is the kite, number 6. Let's make it.
Ma'am, will you be asking the properties and all in the test?
Will I be asking the properties in the test? Yes, the properties may come. Okay. Properties may come. They are important.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Now, a quadrilateral in which the adjacent sides are equal is called a kite. Adjacent sides means RS and RQ will be equal and PS and PQ will be equal. Okay, this is the meaning of adjacent sides are equal. Okay, that is the meaning of adjacent sides are equal. Now what we will do, we will see the properties of it. Okay, and the properties of kite is two pairs of adjacent sides are equal. One pair of opposite sides are equal. Okay, one diagonal bisect the other. I'll make the diagonals also. One diagonal will go like this from R to P. The other diagonal will go from S to Q like this. Hmm. Diagonals bisect at 90 degrees means here 90-degree angles are made. Okay, where the two diagonals are cutting each other, 90-degree angles are made. Okay.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. This is the right. Try this and then I will give you one question to solve. Okay.
Done, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, the first one was a rectangle, right? The first one that you showed.
Yes. Yes, that's right.
Okay, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Okay.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Now coming to your question.
Ma'am, are we supposed to send the answer to you in the chat, ma'am?
Yes, you can unmute and say, or you can tell me in the chat. Both is fine. Okay. Make a rectangle, make two diagonals. E, E, C, and D. Okay. This angle, 30 degree. Okay. This 30 degree. Okay. Then I'm marking the angles that I want you to find. Okay. Center. The name of the center is O. Okay. You have to find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. The 7 angles we have to find in this question. Okay. One angle I know is 30 degrees. Okay, Joshua. The trick is, the hint is, remember the triangle property that I taught you when I taught the triangle figure. Okay. What was the triangle? What are the properties of the, sorry, not triangle, rectangle, I mean. Okay. When I taught you about a rectangle, think of the properties of a rectangle that I taught you. Okay. From that only you'll get the answer. That is your hint. Okay. Start solving. Properties of a rectangle. Okay. That is the hint. Yes, Eva.
Ma'am, what are the numbers 1, 2 that you put in the corners angles?
Those are the angles that you have to calculate. You have to find the measure of. Okay.
Okay, so then
One. Yeah.
so then
you
what
have
is
to
O?
find. O is the name of the center point. Okay. A, B, C, D, and O. These are all the names of the points of the rectangle. Okay. The vertices of the rectangle. And O point shows where the diagonals are intersecting. Okay. And the angles 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 that I've marked is what you have to calculate. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. The hint is the property of the rectangle.
I'm still confused, ma'am.
Still confused? Okay. Then, okay. Yes, Joshua. Can you tell what you got?
Okay, ma'am. Angle 1, angle 2, I got 60. Angle 3, I got 30. Angle 4, I got 30. Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, Joshua. Yes, I can hear you.
Angle 5, I got 60. I'm still calculating angle 6 and 7.
Okay. Good work, Joshua. Those are the answers. Okay. Now, to Eva and Johanna, I'll explain a little bit. Okay. Now, see. The property of rectangles says that first, like there are two properties that I taught you of rectangles. Okay. Number one is all angles, because the rectangle is a quadrilateral, all angles is equals to 360 degrees. That is property 1. Okay, property 2 that I taught you is one angle or every angle in a rectangle, every angle in a rectangle is equals to 90 degrees. Okay, it's equal to 90 degrees. Now, for angle A, or angle 1 is equals to angle A minus 30. Okay, so angle A, the full thing is 90 degree minus 30 gives us 60 degree. Okay, so angle 1 is 60. Yes, Joshua, that's correct. Okay, angle 1 is 60. Okay, understood. Please turn on videos, everyone, and please tell yes if you are understanding and no if you are not understanding. Okay. Then see now we have some similarity between angle 1 and angle 5. Okay, this angle 1, okay, and this angle 5. We have some similarity. What is the similarity? These angles are called alternate interior angles. Okay, These angles are called alternate interior angles. Okay. So now angle 1 will be equal to angle 5. Both are equal to 60 degrees. Why? Because they are alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles. Okay. Now, in the same way, angle 1, angle, the 30 degree and angle 4. Okay. That is your, you know, angle 9, you can say. Okay. That is already given, the 30 degree one. And angle 4. Okay. Which angles I'm talking about? This angle, and this angle will also be equal. Why, ma'am? Why? Why equal? Because both are what? Alternate interior angles. Okay. Alternate interior angles. So I can write down angle. You can name this one 8. Okay. 8 is equals to angle 4. 8 is equals to angle 4 is equals to 30 degrees. Why? Alternate interior angles. Interior angles. Okay. Now, angles 9 and 7 will be equal. Oh, sorry, 8 and 7 will be equal. Okay. Why? Why 8 and 7 will be equal? I will explain. Okay. Eva, Johanna, hope you are there. Hope you are listening to me.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, both of you. Johanna.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now, I want you to listen very carefully the thing that I'm explaining you next. Okay. When I was explaining to you the properties of a rectangle, okay, uh, the diagonals of a rectangle, the diagonals means AC. AC means, see this line and BD, that is this line, are equal. Okay. This line, your AC, and this line BD are equal. Okay. So and the O point is where they are meeting, right? The O point is where they are cutting each other. So this O will divide AC and BD into half. Okay, this O will divide AC and BD into half. So now it becomes what? The thing that I have marked, AO and BO. Okay, AO and BO. Now, because AC and BD were equal, AO and BO will also be equal. Okay, because O like is the center point that is divided both of them into two parts. That is why AO and BO are equal. Now, when you apply the property of isosceles triangle here, okay, so with the help of the property of isosceles triangle, angles opposite to equal sides are equal. Okay, angles opposite to equal sides are equal. You remember I taught you this property? Angles equal to opposite sides are equal. Okay, in the triangles chapter. So now, because AO is equals to BO, angle 8 will be equal to angle 7, which is equal to 30 degree. Okay. Why? Property of isosceles triangle. Okay. Property of isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle. Okay. Now see. I have angle 7. Angle 7, which is, yes, 30 degree.
That means 3 also is 30 degree.
That means 3 also is 30 degree. Yes, very good. Why? Angle 3 is equals to angle 7, 30 degree. Why? Alternate interior angles. Okay, again, alternate interior angles. Okay, I will let me color it for you. Okay, here angle 7, that is this angle, okay, will be equal to angle 3, that is this angle. Why? They are called alternate interior angles. Okay, whenever you see guys, whenever you see two lines cutting each other, na, whenever you see there are two lines that are cutting each other, okay, in a figure, I will like make a figure and I'll show you nicely. Okay, so the angles which are made like one on this side, one on that side, na, they will be equal. They'll be equal. This property is known as alternate interior angles. These type of angles are called alternate interior angles, which are equal. Okay, so 7 and 3 are equal because they are alternate interior. 7 is 30, 3 is also 30. Okay, now and I know that this full angle now, this full angle is equal to how much? 90 degree. Okay, I know that if I take this full thing, when I talk about this full thing, na, this full thing, or you can say this full thing, this full thing, this is the full thing is 90. Okay, the full thing is 90, and when 7 is 30, 6 will be what? Angle 6 will be what? 90 minus 30. Okay, angle 6 will be 90 degree minus angle 7, which is 30. Okay, so angle 6 is 60 degree. Okay, angle 6 is 60 degree. This angle is 60 degree. Now what is left? Angle 2. Yes, so angle 2 what will be what again?
60.
degree.
60 degree. Yes, because angle 2 is alternate interior with angle 6. Okay, angle 2 is alternate interior angle with angle 6. So angle 2 is equals to angle 6 is equals to 60 degree. Why? Alternate interior angles. Interior angles. Okay. When I'm using this symbol, it means angle. When I'm using this symbol, it means triangle. Okay. This symbol means angles. This symbol means triangles. Okay. Please write this down and then I'll nicely once again explain you what are alternate interior angles. Okay. Please write this down.
Done, ma'am.
That. Okay.
Done, ma'am.
All of okay. Eva done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Now okay, this is your diagram. Okay, so now check this out. This is a line. This is a line. Okay, this is a diagonal. This is a diagonal. Okay, now one angle is here. Okay, one angle is here on this side of the line. So its alternate interior means this angle, which is on the other opposite corner, but not on the same side, on the other side. Okay, on the other side. That is known as interior alternate interior angle. In the same way, if I have one angle on this side, the other angle will be opposite, but on the other side means this side. Okay, this is also what? Alternate interior angle. Now take here. If I have one angle on this side, The other angle is where? On this side. Okay, opposite but the other side. Again, it is what? Alternate interior angle. Okay, then I have one angle on this side. The other angle will be this side. Okay, alternate interior angle. So this is what your alternate interior angles. Okay, so like this you can calculate. Very simple, basic questions may come from quadrilaterals, but not very hard ones. Okay, not very difficult questions, but very basic questions may come. Very easy questions, like questions that you can easily do. Basic questions may come, but not very hard questions. Okay, simple questions may come from the quadrilateral chapter. Now, any doubt in the quadrilaterals chapter?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay. We will stop here for today. With this, we have finished with the lesson. Your homework is exercise 13.3 and the exercise one. Okay, the 13.3 in-text questions 13.3 plus the exercise for tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow you have to finish 13.3 and exercise. By the time we meet Wednesday, I need your homeworks before class. Okay, before we meet on Wednesday, before class, I need your homeworks of exercise 13.3 and the back exercise that is there. Okay, finish it all, finish it up, and now we will be meeting on Wednesday. Okay, have a good day. Bye bye. See you all.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Bye, Jonah. Bye, Eva.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.